Little know you of the hearts I have hidden here. Little know you of the most trooper's mind. Lindo and so be true, Zando and Milburn too. Gentle in manner, but lions in the fight.
This October tour is with Giles, Lewin and Hannah James. And I understand there's a theme of nature running through the songs on this particular album.
There is. We've got a lot about birds and a piece about hares, which I've recorded before, but we do it slightly differently.
What was the idea behind this sort of concept?
Well, I think we're all interested in nature and that aspect, and it felt that birds were something we could all relate to, and we just sort of said, right, let's go with that. And it's worked out very well, actually. There's some really nice pieces.
I'm guessing there haven't been very many songs entitled Murmuration.
Murmuration, not a lot. And Offstringer's another one that's probably unusual.
Is it newly written material, but there's some traditional material on there as well?
The Lark in the Clear Air.
Yeah.
We do that one, but that, I think, is the only actual traditional piece.
Do you write together, the three of you, or bring separate songs?
We bring things together, and then we see what we do with it. I mean, that's probably more true of me. I think Giles pretty much writes the piece, but Hannah, then they work on it together to accompany how it's going to work arrangement-wise. I tend to bring in words and bits of tunes. I'm a little bit more vague, and it's how it works when we come to do it together.
And presumably it follows in a similar style to the Three for Joy album.
Yes and no, but it's not as we're not got the travelling aspect, so it's much more based a rural English aspect, really, I suppose.
It was a lovely album, by the way, and I thought that the sort of musical palette seemed to cover everything that you've worked with over your career. There was obviously folk in there. There's elements of medieval music and Eastern European things.
Yes, and I think that probably we've still got the same palette, as it were, but it's maybe not quite so full on, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Woven in, perhaps, a bit more.
Are you going to be doing songs from both albums at the concerts?
Yes, we will. Because I always keep some material from what I've done previously. It's like with Steeleye, but the trouble with Steeleye is it's got such a vast repertoire.
Well, I think after your solo tour, you're off on a pretty extensive UK tour with Steeleye, aren't you?
Yes, we've got a couple of weeks. I think there's a couple of weeks between them.
Is that tour going to be focused on the Dodgy Bastards album?
No, not really, because we're going to do the second, that tour. The first half is going to be the very first album we ever did. But there will be some pieces from Dodgy Bastards, but it won't be based entirely on that. There will be pieces from it. There's a heavy rock element we have, and the second half is going to be more of that. We're going to do quite a few of the big ballads. We've got a bigger band, and it's got more clout to do that sort of thing with.
Steeleye has obviously constantly evolved, and you've carried on releasing new music, and obviously the lineup's changed. Do you think the band's avoided sort of falling into the nostalgia trap?
Well, I like to think we have, because we don't stay still and we don't do the same things. And as I say, we have such a vast repertoire that you can't repeat the songs all the time, and we'd have no interest in that. We do. The one song we do is All Around My Hat, although I'm not even sure we're going to do it on it. We'll see.
You've almost got to do that, haven't you?
It's the one song, you see, because we don't do any tribute. We're not a tribute band to ourselves at all. The only song you can absolutely guarantee everybody will know is Hat. So we sort of do it as our anthem, really, now. It's part of our life, part of the life world.
They're calling it now, aren't they, a folk revival that's going on?
There is a massive revival of young musicians who are absolutely superb. And they're really kind of doing interesting things. I mean, Hannah is one of them.
I'm guessing there's no time for a Carnival Band tour this Christmas then?
Well, this year, we'll be out next year, but the Carnival Band themselves are going out. They've got some gigs. We do the Carnival Band usually every other year.
Do you called this your extraordinary job? You've been doing it a long while. Do you ever get to the point where you think, no, I don't want to do this anymore?
No, I mean, there are always, as in life, everybody has days when they go, oh, God, well, I wish I was doing something else. That's not usually when I'm on stage. That's usually when I'm in the bloody van, you know. There are bits of touring and all the rest of it that are kind of can be tedious, but the gig is just great. It's the material that's really important. I always think that we're kind of just the vehicle, you know.
I did an interview with Martin Carthy and Faye Heald, and I asked them what made them record or adapt a traditional song, and they both looked at me like I kind of asked a daft question and said, we like it. There's something in there that we like and we want to develop and work on.
Absolutely. They're fascinating songs. They're very dark, most of them, actually. So they dig into dark places, and singing about profound things is a great way to examine them.